A recent study that shows now people spend about 12% of their time comparing themselves.
Ooh.
So if you think about that, it makes sense, because if you're just spending time on that social media, you're seeing other people's lives, and that leads to comparison.
Yeah.
And so unfortunately, the reality is, if you don't want, if you don't want to be down and depressed about your life, just go live your life.
Yeah.
Go live your life. Go walk or do other things that you enjoy other than, like being on social media. And that's another thing. Like I personally been doing different, is I spend a lot of time, way less time on that. And then I also just every once in a while, and follow a whole bunch of, silly things, and just be more present.
I think, and I still use social media, I think, more than I should.
Right.
And then you can just go down so many rabbit holes on that thing, man. Oh my God, it's just
best thing to do is just delete the app. Yeah. That's the easiest thing.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, delete it and have
just discipline. Go on a break.
Yeah, because it's what people don't know is that stuff is a digital concentration camp.
Oh man.
It's keeping people in there. You're comparing yourself, and you know what I'm saying, you are stuck in a world that's not real.
Oh yeah.
A world
to
where people can show you whatever they want.
Right. It's a digital version. That's why I'm saying, hopefully with this podcast, people can get a more realistic view into some of the things that we share, our experiences, because it's not just it's different than social media. That's what I like about podcast. It's more open and real.
Yeah, true.
And social media, I feel like it's just a digital version of everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's a digital version of everything, because you see just what happens and what comes out. With some of the people that looks like they're very nice. On the internet they portray so nice. And the deceptiveness and the deceiving. People deceiving you. It's very real out here. So
yeah, I think just phones in general is becoming a huge issue. You see all of the teachers essay things going on, it's coming out almost every day. Yeah. But most of that is phones, because before we didn't know about it, but now not only do we get to know about this going on, but they do it in a more invasive way, which is contact students, and it wasn't like that before,
Yeah. No, yeah. No, I think
we were lucky. I feel like we were lucky to go to school then, because we actually had a real a chance to have a real childhood.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think you gotta really know what's going on, when you are picking up that phone. And I think, if you use it for business and it's business only, like I said, it's all about what you're thinking about. If you literally get into a habit, when I pick this phone up, it's about business, or when I pick this phone up, it's about consuming other people's content. It's about consuming other people's lives. When humans are not we are not wired to be keeping up with other people's lives. That's what people don't understand. Yeah. So that's why the depression rate has went up. That's why the anxiety rate has went up, because we're doing something we're not supposed to be even doing. Mm-hmm. This is a social experiment going on here. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm a victim to it. We all are victim to it. But I think I have better control than a lot of people. I think I'm more aware of things, not to be cocky or things, I'm saying we have done a lot of just studying things, you know what I'm saying? And really understanding things, and understanding, how your mind and your body and your soul works, and, things like that, to where, when you're grown, you got to realize this stuff. You got to know what's going on. You got to know how you're going to get yourself from point A to point B, how to survive out here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And, just coming with adulthood, that's just what it is.
Right. Exactly. And just the simple thing is realizing that the very creators of the technology or the apps we use, they don't even let their children use it, as much as we let our children use it, pretty much. I mean, not us, but I hope... like I said, we're going to be covering parenting too, but hopefully, I can commit to keeping my son away at least until 16. That is my goal.
No,
I think 16
is good, but I think the ultimate thing is just to show him how to use it. you know, and then have them disciplined, because obviously when they go around other kids and most people, they're so sucked into this stuff. So you got to teach them that you don't be a follower. Don't act like that. Don't, you know, if you don't want to see something, don't show. Because there's a lot of kids out here that are doing things, you know, to where some kids are getting so exposed by their you know, friends and stuff. And then at home, the parents don't know what's going on. Then they find out something, that their kid's on drugs, and they're like, I didn't even know he did that. It's because the outside influence, sometimes the kids don't bring it back and actually like wear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so the parents don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, you know, you always want to just teach your kid to not be a follower, to, you know what I'm saying, stand up to, you know, the things that you believe in, he believes in, you know, just try to install the correct things in. But you're never going to always install the right things.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. As humans, we never going to install the right, but the biggest thing is to do the best you can do.
Yep.
And, you know what I'm saying, really just study parenting, because there's so many books out there, so much things, you know, of experts or people that lived a long time, you know what I'm saying, on, you know, marriage or, you know what I'm saying, raising kids. You know, you got to educate yourself. You can't just walk around mindlessly, not know what's going on, or you know, your kid. They're telling your kid, just like me. This is my story. They're telling your kid he's on ADHD, but in reality, I'm on all these processed, you know, these these dyes, these colors, and everything like that. That's why that thing, you know, it makes that happen. You know, it just it makes you look like, you know, you're a bad kid or this, or he needs this. Yeah. No, I need a better diet. But no one around me seen that I need a better diet. No one ever said, hey, maybe we need to get him off these popsicles and this candy, and, you know, put some fruits and vegetables in his diet, and let's see how he acts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was amped up I'm talking about from candy the morning till at night. I used to take candy to school. You know what I'm saying? My mom wasn't educated. You know, I love my mom, but she just wasn't educating on the health side of things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was on, but no one ever thought, you know, because we even seen with our son, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gave him, you know, some junk food and stuff, and we see like he's more irritated, he's more irritable.
Well, I remember one time I let your mom, you know, like do her thing, go out, and she kind of noticed I was, you know, more restrictive, and so she was going all out and having fun. So she put 2 scoops of ice cream, a bunch of sprinkles.
That's what a couple people did. Yeah,
she put a bunch of sprinkles on top, and I remember like 3 nights in a row he was very different going to sleep.
I remember.
He was more amped up. So
yeah, well, and that's a couple of people try that with us, you know, because they see how strict we were, you know, and what we are with him. You know, so every time they get a chance to be alone, they try, like, you know what I'm saying, go to McDonald's or do something like that. But it's like, you know, every once in a while, it ain't gonna hurt. I mean, I'd rather, you know, not at all. But, you know, definitely the path most the Western world is on, you know what I'm saying, is not a good path.
But I've heard other moms talk about that too. Like, it's completely fine to be against candy. And now that I discovered like Honey Pops, which is pretty much honey, you know, it looks like candy and it's fine. So now I'm more towards like that honey pop, you know, that's more natural versus all this other stuff that even the alternative ones that they make has natural flavors, you know, and all those chemicals, additives, you know. So I think personally, it's unnecessary. They don't need that.
Yeah. No, yeah, like I said, the body's a machine, man. So you gotta, you know, if you really love yourself, you just gotta try your best, you know, because, you know, there's a lot of things, you know, everything about the body, you know what I'm saying? There's so much things that you got to be aware of, you know, and most people don't know that we're, you know, mostly bacteria and water, you know, pretty much, right? And they're like, we're like, how much?
Yeah, like, we have more bacterial organisms in our body than our own DNA
right?
cells,
Yeah, and then like we're like pretty much what?
Water.
Like water, right?
Yeah.
Mostly.
I think 70% or so.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
You know, so that's like pretty crazy to think about, you know, once you start.
Like it's in your brain, it's up in your body. Yeah, that's why we need to stay hydrated.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
If you get dehydrated, what happens? You start to freak out, go through symptoms.
That happened to me. You know, when you dehydrated, I was down bad. You know, my fingers started cramping up, everything started cramping up. So
So we won't make this too long. The first one, we just wanted to introduce to you guys a new, you know, podcast, pretty much like just a new series, new chapter that we want to do.
Yeah.
Pretty much like, as a family. Who knows who's going to join us, what's going to happen. It's just like a new journey that we're going to take on.
Yeah, we've done a lot of talk videos before, you know, so I said like, let's bring this back, you know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like y'all really enjoyed it, and we both can talk a lot. So I was
Oh
like,
yeah, I know. I know.
I was like, let's do it. Let's put this camera up and make it happen.
We talk to everybody, like everybody. We people at the supermarket, we go to the health store, we talk to people all the time. And it's insane. Like, people love meeting us, love talking to us.
Well, no, yeah. People love meeting us. People love talking to us. But when there's negative people, you know, they always want to put negativity on you. So, you know, with my family, you know, it's hard, you know, because I know we out there, and then, you know, being out in public, like, it's the jungle. Everything's out there, you know.
Yeah.
I've witnessed things, and, you know what I'm saying, I witnessed dudes trying to look at my girl, or, you know, I called him out, or I witnessed, you know, she even was almost taken twice, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So we had some very, you know, and I wasn't there at the time. So we had some very dangerous things happen, you know what I'm saying? But by the grace of God, we still here, you know, you know, we want to definitely, you know, just talk about things on the podcast, and, you know, talk about a story. Everybody got a story, you know, but if y'all want to tune into our story, we'll be here, you know.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll catch you guys next time.